Hello everyone and welcome to the Adventures of Russell number 33. I'm going back to school to have a look at a virtual tour of my old high school. For a little bit of context about why I'm doing this, here's future Russell doing a voiceover explaining the whole situation. Thank you, past Russell. Yes, let's talk about the history of Kelso High School. So initially it was opened on the 27th of January 1976 as a demountable high school to meet the needs of a growing population in Bathurst. The school was officially built in its current location and opened in 1978 and was built to accommodate 1,000 students. Then on the 19th of August 2005, tragedy struck when the entire school burnt down except for one building. Following the fire, the students were accommodated at 4 different locations throughout Bathurst, while a new demountable school was erected. Between 2006 and 2008, the new school was built and was officially opened by the Minister for Education in June 2008. The virtual versions of Kelso High School have their origins with Dr. John Roos, who was an ex-student who graduated in 1987. He had dreams of walking the halls of Kelso High School once again. After accessing the school archive website, John was inspired and had conversations with another ex-student, Nick Drenenberg, and an ex-teacher, Hans Strove, about how great it would be to see a virtual model of the school realised. And thus, the 3D virtual tour project was born. Using building plans tracked down by Nick from New South Wales Public Works and the many existing photographs in the archive, a detailed reconstruction has been made by the Perth-based company 3D Walkabout. John was so inspired by all the memories evoked by the school archive and the idea of bringing the school back to life that he provided the funding up front for the project. This enabled a start to the novel and painstaking work of bringing to life every small detail of the previous school. Once the news of the project got out to the Friends of Kelso High Facebook alumni group, a crowdfunding campaign took off to assist John with the cost of the project. The idea was met with an extraordinary level of support, with donations flooding in and eventually not only covering the initial cost, but allowing for some additional detail to be added to the 3D tour. And there you have it! Back to you, past Russell. Thank you, future Russell. Okay, back to the tour of the school. So here we are out the front of Kelso High. Now this area is where we used to come in from the bus. I don't know if you can see here, well you can't really see anything, but the oval was down here, there's Kelso down there, and you'd walk up basically the front of the school and come up here. So we wouldn't come in through the front office, we'd come in through this random door. There was also a mat there that you'd wipe your feet on, which they just decided to put in. Here, I think were computer rooms from memory, I just can't quite remember. And yeah, here let's have a look what goes in here. Okay, so that's the door we just came in, I think? I can't tell. Makes no sense. Okay, so yeah, we've just come inside. Here is courtyard 1. So this feels back to front. Oh, I know what we've done. Yeah, okay. So the entrance is down here, and you walk up here, past the gym, and then back around up to another ramp. So this is the back of the school, and here's the courtyard. So this courtyard here, it's courtyard 1. Oh, it's so surreal just looking back into here. Wow. So yeah, this is the door we would have come in here. The office is in the corner here, which we can't see. And this was a copy room, and I swear there was a door in there, like a window. I used to hide my scooter in there, actually. So yeah, so the courtyard 1, this is where we used to hang out in our first week of year 7, because we didn't know where else to go, we didn't really know anyone else, it was just us, so this is where we'd hang out. Yeah, right, okay. Let's go back up to the gym ramps where we were before, and let's have a look at the gym. Oh! Wow. Cool. Yeah, I never understood the whole ramp thing here. This was actually a storeroom. As you can see, a lot of wood. These are meant to be heaters. Yeah, wow. Right, yeah. And school assemblies would be in here. You could fit the entire school in. And there was a rock climbing wall installed in here. I'm not sure when, but when I was there, there was rock climbing. Behind here were showers and everything. Can we get closer to that? Yeah, okay, so this is a perspective from the other side. So this is where they'd stand up and do all the school announcements and everything, and we'd line up to the canteen. So behind here is the art block. And yeah, if we look at this wall, yeah, this was a rock climbing wall at one point before the school burnt down, but obviously not set when they decided to do this place. Where should we go? Back outside or to the canteen? Canteen first. Right, so view from up the canteen. So this, we did school assembly. This is where you'd stand up, which we never really. I don't remember ever going up here. But yeah, this is industrial arts. So I did woodwork in there. The canteen, clearly not a canteen at this stage. The bin, it's cute. Food. So around this corner here is the art block. So this is, yeah, we did art, really. Let's see, we'll go back into the gym and have a look in the exterior. So, yes, so we'd come back out. Apparently you could sit around here, the canteen. You couldn't get service from this area. And, yeah, this is the industrial arts block. Should we go in there? Yeah, let's have a look in here. Cool, right. Oh, let's see if I remember this. I don't. Alright, no, okay. I just don't recognise it because there's nothing in here. So I think this was Miss Allett's room. There were two woodwork teachers that we had when I was in high school. We had Miss Allett, a lovely, soft-spoken but incredibly clever woman who would not tolerate anything, like any bullcrap or anything. And she'd paint all of her stuff, so there were rulers and tools and all sorts of things in her room. And she'd have pink nail polish on them because she loved the colour pink and pigs. So yeah, this is where I did my... Oh, I'll get it down in a second. This is where I did my... Yeah, I did a woodblock thing. So it was in Miss Allett's room that I made this. So I was in year 7. This is the only woodwork bit that I made in high school, and I keep Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh cards in it. Just to show you what it all looks like. So we're learning how to make these joins. I'm not sure if we did a very good job at it all, but maybe not. I was 12, 13 years old, okay? And I'm very proud of my ability to have made this, even though, yeah, it doesn't quite fit the plank of wood or anything. But I'm proud. It looks cool. Alright, this way. There we go. Little lid and everything. Has my name on it, Miss Allett's handwriting. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably a bit blurry. But yeah, I made this and I treasure it still. This is almost 16 years old now. Right, now that we've seen that, let's continue on, shall we? Let's have a look. So I can't remember what, I think these were like computer labs or something. So the more advanced math students would go in there as well. The industrial arts. Yeah, right. Yeah. Cool. So these were computer rooms. I remember that much. These were computer rooms. There's the exterior that we came in. This block over here are toilets. So this corridor up here leads up into the gym, which we were just before. So you'd pretty much enter the school, turn right, and you'd either go up into the gym, and there were showers and toilets in there, or you'd come down here into industrial arts. So yeah. Corridor, there you go. So showers, gym, exterior, office all the way down there. Yes, it had a horrible, ugly blue carpet. The toilets are just here. That's really relevant. They always stank. They were full of graffiti and all sorts of horrible things, and they always smelt of just urine. It was gross. So back in the gym, unfortunately, yeah, they never show you. No. Okay, back in the gym. Okay, gym and canteen. Canteen, can we go anywhere else? No. Okay. Can we go back out to the exterior? Yeah, there we go. exterior. So these were basketball courts. You can't get you out around there. That's really annoying. These were basketball courts. Not much else to say about that, really. There used to be a lot of trees around here too, so they haven't put everything in. The sky looks great. That really looks like Bathurst sky. Well done. Cool. Let's go back into the gym. Wrong way. Gym ramps. Like, they don't quite connect this very well. Where were we? Okay, so let's see what's in C Block 3. I remember this place. Okay, so PDHPE is just in here. Next lot down behind these doors here is the art block, and yeah, this would lead out. So can't remember, but this is the library, and in that doorway there were, you know, the buzzers when you go through shops or whatever. So all the books had little buzzers on them, so if you stole them they'd know, so you'd have to check them out. But the way I remember this area is this was actually like a little den, so everyone would leave their bags out the front and you'd have to go in because they didn't want you taking your bags in case you stole any books. Here we are inside the library. Where are we? Is that... No, look, they've put the old gas heaters in, which were apparently state-of-the-art at the time in 1978, but here... in the new school, when they rebuilt it after the fire burnt down, they reinstalled these old crappy heaters from all these years ago. I don't know why. Right, so that's in the courtyard, upstairs, library. It's where we go in. Yeah, this isn't how I remember the library. So this was the little den that you come in. So downstairs... it became a computer lab. Like, there were computers around the side there. I remember playing chess with Rowan in there. Upstairs, you had just more library books and stuff and places to sit. So I'd spend a lot of time in the library just because it was air conditioned and it was nice. I think these were offices for the library staff. I can't quite remember. It just doesn't quite look how it was when I was there in 2005. Now, can we leave the library, maybe? Please? No, we're oh, no. Upper library. Here we go. Hey! Ping pong table! Do not remember that being there. Or this staggered entrance. I do not remember that whatsoever. No! This isn't the library! This is the staff room! Okay. I don't know why they didn't point this out, but this is the staff room. And they didn't have a ping pong table in there when I was there. But this was, and I always found this interesting because they'd have their big staff meetings and they'd all hang around this big triangle theaterette thing. Oh, yeah, half square. So this, yeah, is the staff room. The only thing that gave it away was the fridge and the thingy. But I remember once, so this is on the top floor, and I was running away from some bullies. And Mr. Clulo, the music teacher, came out and saw me running. I wasn't paying attention because I was running away scared. And he basically coat-hanged me. He put his arm across the doorway and I ran straight underneath his arm and I was like, ugh! And yeah, fair to say, the bullies backed off, but I also got in trouble for running in the corridor. Cool, let's see if we can get out. Back in the library? I did not know that that was connected to the library. Where are we? Oh, hello. We're upstairs! Hey! So when I was here, this was all full of books. So they'd rearranged the library a bit at this stage. And you couldn't really get in through these bits. And the bottom half! Woo! Right. Yeah, so I think this is Courtyard 2. And you couldn't access the library through here. They just wouldn't let you do it. So there were computers around this area. There weren't any library books at this stage. So that's where we were there. Okay, can we... what does that say? 2 block. Can we get out now, please? Don't get me wrong, I love the library, but come on, let's see something more. Oh, I'm getting dizzy looking at this. Okay, let's look at the big map. So we've done the library. Courtyard 2. What's in the study? Oh, I don't know if I can. Let's check out C block first. Oh yes, this is where we were before. I don't know why they called it C block. Theatre room. Right. So, science is down here. This is the back entrance that led out to the back oval. And the theaterette. Wow, look at that. So yeah, there was a stage there. So what they've done is they've put the screen down. It had these really weird, which modern for the time probably, but yeah, these globe lights. They're just round and it's just, I don't get it, but it was 70s design, I guess. So yeah, this is, if we were on the stage, this is what it'd be like. And they've captured this well. It really does look like they're projecting something on here. But yeah, this was a stage, and I remember there was a teacher's strike for some known reason, and we couldn't stay at home. Dad just had to work, so did my stepmother, so we had to go to school. And we watched The Avengers. It was boring, because I'd seen The Avengers at least 8 times at this point, because that's the only movie they'd ever play. So, yeah, God. Let's see if we can go back out to science, shall we? We've had a look at the theaterette. Theatre ramps. So this would go down to home economics, to like food and TAS, textiles and whatnot. Upstairs, English and I think whatnot were up there. Then this ramp above us would go to the music lab rooms, which were just above science actually. Can we go outside? Let's have a look outside. I don't know why they chose the back entrance for this. Oh my god. This room right here is my old science room. I had Mr. Cooley in Year 7. I was put in the B class, even though I should have been in the A class, but whatevs. But I was really happy with Mr. Cooley. She was a cool teacher. And she was also a teacher who had no time for anyone's bullcrap. She was just a really good teacher, really smart, and just didn't care. Once again, the smelly toilets. Ugh, they just smelled. If it wasn't urine, it was smoke. It's where people who shouldn't be smoking were smoking. No, I want to go to the science. Take me to the science labs. Let's go back to the map and have a look. Okay, so we've just had a look here. And now we are going to have a look at science. So this is a science block. Now, I spent a lot of time here. I didn't really have a lot of friends in my year, so I didn't really connect with a lot of people. So what you can see through here, yeah, it was the back of the TAS block. And as I pointed out in that room before, this is my old science room, and we can't go into it. Ah! So this is Mr. Cooley. And I think Mr. Warner had one down here. Mr. Kappa was next door. He was really good at chess. And yeah, science block. So at this point, there was, or when I was here, there was a paper mache version of a pterodactyl, I think, hanging off the roof here. There may have been something else hanging up there, but I only remember the pterodactyl. And let's have a look in one of the science rooms. So, yeah, chalkboard, green doors, things on display. I think there's a gas and water, so you could use Bunsen burners. This is looking outside, so I think that's Taz down there. But, yeah. Yeah. This was not one of my classrooms, so I don't really remember it that well. Also, with nothing in it, it's a bit hard to tell what they all look like. Cool! This is science, one of my favourite spots. This is one of the things I was most looking forward to in high school, was actually having a go at science. Okay, back to the map. Let's have a look. Cool! Did we have a look at the study? Let's go and look at the study. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. This felt totally unfair. I remember them having a PlayStation in here. This is the Year 12 study. And when I got into Year 12, the Year 12 study was attached to the library, so we couldn't really turn it into a rumpus room like previous studies had done. And it was attached to, I think, English. English, I think, had 2 blocks. Anyway, so yeah, the Year 12 study did not look like this when I was in Year 12. And that's what happens when you have a lot, 20 years or so of students just bumming out. Home economics. Okay. So we'd come in this area here. So basically we'd see the block this way. But we're looking from the other way. And I remember this so vividly. So these, they haven't even bothered rendering it. I remember what these rooms looked like so vividly. So they had, my first food tech class was actually in this room here. So the office was behind, and yeah, so that's where the TAS teachers would be. And this is where they do all the food prep and whatnot, and they'd wash all their tea towels and stuff. So that room here was where I had my first food tech class, and I was, yeah, I loved it. I had Mrs. Baker as my teacher, and I remember having to do an assignment on nutrition, and I somehow persuaded her to think that Honey Joys were healthy, even though they're primarily made out of sugar and butter. But because of the honey and the cornflakes, they were somehow a healthy snack. Not really. But yes, we'd all sit up here, there'd be billboards and whatnot. These were the sewing rooms, and I managed to do one sewing project in here before the school burnt down. So I built my wooden block, and I made a pillowcase for my baby sister who was coming along at that time. She was born in 2006, early 2006. So this whole thing was actually, it feels disjointed having my baby sister, well, my stepmother being pregnant with my baby sister and the school burning down. They just feel like 2 different events. But yeah, so sewing was done in here. That reminds me. No! Okay, never mind. Now I remember why I'm confused. This part of the school survived the fire. So they built a wall down here, and this part of the school survived. And if you look at the modern Kelso High campus now, they demolished this building to build basketball courts. So instead of keeping it as a piece of history and embracing it into the modern design of the new school, they demolished it for basketball courts. Don't ask me why. Do not. I do not know. New South Wales government are just a bunch of idiots. But yeah, so maybe it was in 2006 that I actually made the pillowcase in here. So yeah, these were the sewing rooms. And I think one was also a computer lab. No, it became a computer lab after the school burnt down. So yeah, and I did food tech in here. I think I did year 9 food tech in here. Or year 8, I can't remember. But yeah, orange laminate tops. Good old days. And we had electric ovens. And I remember on really, really cold days, freezing cold days, the staff would come in and just turn all the ovens on and open the doors. So, well, the oven doors, so that they'd heat up their room. And back here so there was like a pergola sort of thing, and this was an extra room, and was also attached to the shed where the school bus was kept. And yeah, this is where I did the end of year 7, year 8, 9 science. I did year 8 science here. I had Mr. Picking? Pickering? Picking. I think it was Mr. Picking. And if he could tell my handwriting, I have distinctive handwriting, and he could tell it was mine. And if I ever forgot to write my name on any of my assignments or anything, he'd write leaves, because leaves rustle in the wind. So I always appreciated that. So that's that. Oh my god. Where are we up to? So we've had a look at the gym from multiple angles, the gym ramps. C block available? I don't know. Had a look at science. That was my science room. Home economics we've had a look at. The study we've had a look at. And the exterior, industrial arts, courtyard, library. What's C block doing? What? Cool. So the way that this school was designed is it was pretty much a spiral. So you'd start on the bottom and you'd work your way up. So you could go up either side on the ramps, but you could also just work your way around. And there was also a shortcut next to the study where a bunch of stairs would go down. But, so, looking at this looks over Courtyard 1, I believe. Yes. Am I looking? Whoa, this feels a bit off. Oh, I don't think I'd look through the windows. I can tell you where we are. If we are where I think we are, this is English. So, oh, man, it'd be so much easier if I could look throughout the windows. But yeah, this is, so the way it was a spiral, and I think this is English, and I had Mrs. Cole for English in this classroom, and Miss Alaban for integrated studies. Don't ask me what that is, but I liked it. In this classroom. So these chalkboards could be pushed aside, and you could connect both rooms, I think. Or otherwise there were multiple chalkboards. Can't quite remember. I think they were doors. And yeah, we had chalkboards. We didn't get whiteboards until the school burnt down. Yeah, look at that. Oh, history. This feels like Miss Alaban's room, honestly. And yeah, the fans and crappy gas heaters in here somewhere. There it is. Oh god, this absolutely takes me back. What's C block 3? Yeah, this makes no sense. None. I think we're at the top. So there we go. That is a tour of 3D reconstruction, I should say, of Kelso High School as of, well, 2005, before the school burnt down. Obviously, so they painstakingly rebuilt this using maps and archival photographs. So obviously they couldn't build everything. Did we look at both courtyards? This is courtyard 2. It had more trees in it. Apparently they tried to install shade cloths in this place, but the students kept burning them with lighters, so they stopped. Yeah, we didn't spend a lot of time in Courtyard 2 because we just, weirdly enough, they didn't like us being inside the courtyards. Even though it meant we were easier to supervise, they liked us out in the fields, probably to get us all tired during recess and lunch. But yeah, this, oh, I just can't believe it. This is my old school. I only spent 8 months there, and I'd gone on a river health conference 3 days before the fire. The school. So the day before I went on this excursion, I was messenger, so I got to run around the school one last time. It was very fortuitous, I guess, that I was messenger. So it was my job to relay messages from the front office to teachers and students around the school. And yeah, then I went to Wagga Wagga, I think it was, for the River Health Conference with the Water Watch group. And 3 days later we came back on the day of the fire. And we came back about 6:30. It was dark, so it was in the middle of winter, or August, but still it was dark. And my dad had parked at the front car park, which I don't think you can see here. No, not quite. Had been to the front car park and walked past the school. So there, it was either the fire started in the front office or in the health block at the opposite end of the school, because a kid had put a paper clip into the electrical circuit. But yeah, this is my old school. I just can't believe it. Where's the gym? Like, gosh, I can't, it's amazing to have a look at. So thank you so much to the team that worked on this, to Mr. Hans Strove, to everyone who donated their money and time to contribute to this project. Even though I was only there for 8 months, my brother was there an entire year before us. My dad was there when it opened in 1978, and 30 years later, my brother and I, Glenn, my twin, were going to the new school in 2008. So it's truly, such an amazing look back. Thank you so much, everyone. Like, this is amazing. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to like, comment, and share. And let me know if you want to know any more stories from high school. Or if you want to... otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to the people who made this. And I shall see you next time.